Hello, and welcome to Select 10. In this video, we'll showcase our picks for the top 10 2024 new web series that have been released on platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Hulu, Max, and others. This selection will include new science fiction, action, adventure, historical, and thriller series with exceptionally entertaining storylines and creative concepts that you should definitely add to your collection of shows to watch. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Bandidos. It is a treasure-hunting comedy-adventure series directed by Adrian Gunberg. The narrative follows Miguel and his partner Lily as they try to recover a legendary Mayan treasure from an undiscovered Spanish galleon wreckage on Mexico's Atlantic coastline that drowned amid the War of Revolution. Shortly, the two recruit several outlaws and discover that they are not the only people searching for the lost treasure, which causes them to go across hazardous dig sites and jungles all across the Mexican Caribbean in order to locate the treasure before anyone else does. The show's story isn't all that clever, but there are plenty of twists and turns, action-packed scenes, and you just can't help but enjoy the optimistic Miguel and his gang of robbers, and it's entertaining to see how they interact. While the storyline of this one is nothing like that of the genre classic, Indiana Jones, it does feature an enjoyable treasure hunt story. In general, Bandidos is a suitable choice if you're looking for something relaxing that will make you laugh a lot. Number 9. The Regime. It is a political satire miniseries directed by Stephen Frears and Jessica Hobbs. The show's narrative centers on Elena Vernam, a modern European country's chancellor who has become obsessed with the same illness that killed her father and suffers from health anxiety. Her private doctor calls in Herbert Zubak, a soldier assigned to monitor her safety and aid with her concerns. In the middle of their disagreements, Elena finds an unexpected friend in Herbert, who publicly condemns Elena's nation's dependency on America. When her position of authority is put at risk and her grip on mental health decreases, Zubak's control over the chancellor grows, igniting Elena's desire for power, prompting her to initiate a fight with the United States. As Chancellor Elena Vernam, Kate Winslet shines, but the show has trouble finding a happy medium between its tragic and humorous elements. Surprisingly, The Regime attempts to be sarcastic but falls short of genuinely succeeding in the same way as Succession. Although the plot makes an effort to connect with current events, it is unable to hold audiences' attention because it lacks the crucial grasp required for a satire to be effective. However, if you are a fan of Kate and can watch a satire even if it is weak, then you might enjoy this one. Number 8. Iron Rain. It is a Spanish crime thriller series directed by Luz Quiles. The show centers on Barcelona's sea harbor, which handles thousands of containers bringing in over 30,000 kilograms of drugs. The key character of the story is Joaquin Manchado, who owns the port of Barcelona's major dock and brings in an unauthorized shipment through the docks, while people rely on both his assistance and the cooperation of the entire criminal organization he has built around himself. But when an important cargo vanishes, it sparks a vicious battle full of assassinations and retaliations, while his rule is called into question. The show is as dramatic as it grows, and the storyline does a good job of capturing the intricacies of family relationships and mafia families vying for control over one another. While the story creates an engaging representation of almost every character and has good twists, you will have to sit through the initial episodes to be able to fully understand the intrigue and mystery. Number 7. Red Queen. It is a crime mystery thriller series directed by Koldo Serra. The tale revolves around Antonia Scott, who is considered the most intelligent individual, with an intelligence level of 242. Soon, her cleverness got her the opportunity to take on the role of Red Queen in a covert police operation spanning Europe where she was tasked with covertly investigating the most complex crimes. But when the daughter of the wealthiest individual in Spain is abducted and the child of a wealthy financier is horrifyingly killed in the mansion, the Red Queen group comes into play, with Antonia's prior superior approaching aggressive policeman John Gutierrez to get Antonia out of isolation to look into these crimes. The series has a complex concept, likable characters, and interesting storytelling, plus John's charisma and Antonia's intelligence carry the plot forward. The narrative deftly handles the traditional game of cat and mouse situations found in crime thrillers, holding the audience's attention until the very end. For fans of compelling crime mysteries, the series offers a thrilling ride with a healthy dose of suspense and surprising humor. Number 6. A Bloody Lucky Day. It is a crime thriller drama directed by Pilgam Seong. The story centers around a typical cab driver named OT, who receives a large payment for driving a customer named Jumhyuk Sutamokpo. He unwillingly accepts, but quickly finds that Jung Hyuk-soo is killer in disguise and finds himself compelled to start on a dangerous drive, using all of his creativity and skill to live, while the folks of the person Jung Hyuk-soo murdered pursue them. The series is like a blade that gets sharper as the fascinating tale of a kind taxi driver and an insane serial killer plays out. While the core idea may seem simple, the writers skillfully weave a horrific story of good versus bad that will quickly ingrain itself into your heart and mind. The show uses a few story elements that seem unimportant, but everything is precisely built, essential, and frighteningly connected as an entire thing. Overall, it's a gripping, unique dark story with a sleek aesthetic, lots of brutality, suspense, and bizarre moments that make the show thrilling to watch. Number 5. The Cleaning Lady. Perhaps the most underrated crime series you've never heard of. The third season debuted on March 5, 2024, and as of right now, 3 episodes have been released, with a new one releasing every week. As a lot of you may not have watched the show, we will talk about its main plot without going into spoilers for season 3. The central storyline is about Thony de la Rosa, a medical professional from Cambodia, who travels to the US to take care of her sick kid. But in order to pay for her son's healthcare costs, Thony accepts a position as a cleaning assistant for a vicious mobster named Armin Morales. Soon she gets caught up in Los Angeles' mafia world and must avoid risky situations in order to keep both her son and herself safe. With its striking story, nuanced characters, and high-stakes drama that deftly combines elements of family, giving up, and their survival, the story grabs the audience's attention from the opening episode and keeps them hooked until the very end. For those who have watched season 2, the stakes are bigger and more serious than ever in season 3, as Thony tries to bring her sister Fiona, who has been deported to the Philippines, and pursues information about Armin, which takes her even deeper into the crime world. Number 4. X-Men 97. It is an animated superhero action-adventure series created by Beau DeMayo. This is an adaptation that picks up where the 1992 X-Men animated series leaves off. It shows the X-Men dealing with new deadly obstacles after the death of Professor Charles Xavier, their supreme leader. The show centers on a group of mutants who utilize their extraordinary abilities to protect a civilization that despises and fears them. The first 2 episodes cover the Magneto trial, which is put to the test by a bunch of anti-mutant rioters, while Cyclops is tasked with locating the origins of the latest anti-mutant weapon. The show masterfully captures the feel of the 1990s while giving the characters' backstories more depth. The story brilliantly advances the themes of the X-Men's ongoing struggle for acceptance and their mission to aid fellow mutants, while there are also some amusing throwbacks to the 1990s, and the visual style resembles animated X-Men from the past without being outdated. So far, the tale is fresh, with action-packed moments, making it a worthwhile addition to the Marvel Universe and a must-see for superhero fans. Number 3. The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. It is a post-apocalyptic horror drama created by Scott M. Gimple, Dan I. Guerrera, and Andrew Lincoln. The show centers on Rick and Michonne, one of the most well-liked couples in the Walking Dead series. Meanwhile, in the original series, Rick Grimes, who was believed to have given his life to prevent zombies from finding his family, made it out alive and was drafted into the Civic Republic's Covert Armed Wing, the CRM. On the other hand, Michonne Hawthorne, his wife, embarked on a quest to find her husband, believing he was still alive. After years of attempting to get out of the CRM and see his family, Grimes is now covertly seeking to alter the CRM's internal operations and hoping to get back in touch with his wife. While Michonne's pursuit of Rick puts her survival skills to the test, the purpose of the CRM remains a puzzling enigma. The show has 4 episodes so far, with just 2 left. The story benefits from putting well-known characters like Rick and Michonne in this thrilling setting, as it offers a relatively new perspective, while still delivering the suspenseful and terrifying moments we expect from a Walking Dead show. Number 2. 3-Body Problem. It is an epic sci-fi series based on the popular book The 3-Body Problem by Liu Cixin. There is much debate on whether the show is good. Well, that depends on whether or not you have read the book. So have a look at this first, and you can make your own judgment. The show effectively combines 2 narratives, one that takes place in China amid the Cultural Revolution, and the other in the country's present day. In the past, Yi Wenji, a frustrated astrophysicist, joined a clandestine government mission to make connections with alien species. In the present day, she and other officials discover a strange conspiracy connected to the demise of scientists, which points them in the direction of an impending alien attack. The show offers a captivating examination of our place in the cosmos as it explores subjects such as the essence of mankind, the impacts of the initial encounter, and the effects of modern technology. So now, if you have read the book, there's a chance that these adaptations may not impress you because the story is not exactly adapted frame by frame and has certain creative choices you could find problematic. The main flaw is the lackluster characters who struggle to live up to the gravity that the plot needs. Aside from them, the last few episodes feel stretched. However, if you're a sci-fi fan and new to this show will amaze you with its epic and unique story about an alien invasion and mind-blowing visuals, which are enough to make the series worth watching. Number 1, Shogun. It is an epic historical miniseries created by Rachel Kondo and Justin Marks. The best show of 2024, and no upcoming show of this year has a chance to surpass it. The series is set in the 17th century and chronicles the adventures of English explorer John Blackthorne, who is left trapped in Japan following the crash of his vessel off the coast of Japan. Following this, John finds himself imprisoned by the samurai Lord Toranaga, whom he progressively gains the trust of by showcasing his expertise in the areas of combat and travel. As Blackthorne adjusts to Japanese society, he becomes involved in ancient Japan's political games and rivalries for power. On the other hand, Toranaga recognizes John's value and uses him as a weapon in his own plans to defeat the other samurai rulers and take the throne as Japan's greatest military commander, Shogun. The next 5 episodes will showcase the power battle as it escalates, with Blackthorne torn between allegiance to Toranaga and his own quest for independence and survival. Ultimately, Shogun is a grand epic that delves deeply into the profound cultural and historical heritage of Japan while tackling ageless topics of desire, loyalty, and the colliding of civilizations. Along with featuring strong performances from all characters, the show is wonderfully shot and features remarkable war sequences that are going to blow your mind. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.